A letter to my first students. I remember my mother told me the day you become an adult is the day you have your first baby. And the first time you look down at those sparkling eyes, you'll enjoy a single moment of absolute perfect bliss. But then it will hurt. All of a sudden, your fears of heights and roller coasters and spiders crawling up the side of your sleeping face were instantly transformed like a razor blade butterfly into sharp turns and Amber Alerts and bullies and best friends whose parents are never home. You have their mother call me. That the umbilical cord that once merged your two lives will tug on your insides each and every step they take in the opposite direction from you. My mother taught me that becoming an adult meant being cut open like apple pie on Thanksgiving, that understanding love means you understand that it is synonymous with fear. And that was the day that I decided that I was never having kids. But what my mother couldn't have known or shielded me from was that love doesn't have the cognitive ability to recognize DNA. And the day I became an adult was the day I realized my mother didn't have all the answers. I became an adult the moment my first 21 kids stepped into the threshold of my classroom, the moment I had to question what it means to define myself in relation to children who can't tell me their secrets while I'm here to let you in on mine. You don't have to. I taught you what it means to make an inference, how to read between the lines, to understand who the characters are without getting the chance to ask them yourselves while I read between the spaces in the rows of desks of best friends pushed farther apart each day. I see you. As I stand tapping my foot in want of silence, I am awestruck by the lingering conversations between the basketball star and the brain and the kid who could do it all but is constantly suspended for going against the grain. I see you. In the sloppy handwriting on the page, in the language you use, the actions you choose to display, the day all of your friends were picking on the small kid in class but you walked away, the moments you persisted against all odds and then turned to the kid at the desk next to you and you help him. I see you. And despite the thousands of words I've read you write, there will never be enough ink or time or scratch paper to know you fully, to know you the way that you deserve to be known. Maybe my love of words makes me better at teaching than my mother who, without realizing, didn't have a big enough vocabulary bank or practice and poetic device to express what she really meant about growing up. And neither do I. But I'll try. And so here it goes. You become an adult when you love someone so much that despite the constant aching stomach and bloated heart full of worry about their safety and success and happiness, they become your reason for being the best version of yourself. And so, if in the 2 years I've seen you grow, and the hundreds of definitions you didn't know, and the thousands of times you've sat in these rows, and the millions of clicks on my PowerPoint slideshows, you weren't convinced that words could do you any good, I wrote you this poem. I wrote this poem to uncover the meaning that lingered behind each and every lesson, to show you that sometimes for some people, words are the only tool to express who we are. And if you've learned anything from me, I hope it's this. Remember to breathe. Remember you're strong. Remember you're worth all the hours I sat at home worrying if I was doing enough for you. Remember that you are loved. P.S. I am, and I always will be, all of you.